Hey guys, so glad to have you guys back on the channel. Hopefully you guys can see what we're gonna do today. For me, this is how my day is starting out, so follow along. We're gonna go ahead and just take a quick drive up there. We might spend a little bit more than a couple hours up there and just kind of like go to each person and see how their water is doing. So stay tuned, let's go. First time I've ever had a problem with this truck. And then I noticed this. I think we have a brake line leak or something like that. So for right now, I'm gonna put this in there and make sure we're good to go, because I don't want to run out of brake fluid. Not in the mountains of Honduras. We're headed to a house site that we might do during the summer. As part of the job that I do is help find some of the sites of the people who really need a house, who are really poor, who just don't have any way, even in their near future, to start raising money or build their own house. All right, guys, so we're back in the truck, and we had just spoke with the lady that needs a house. Basically, like you saw her arm, it was broke from her work. I'm not sure if she fell over or something like that. Most likely doing a house for her during the summer, but there were some requirements I needed first. I needed to make sure that it was her land. Right now we're gonna go up to Costa Rica and check out our well project. It's up and running. I left my keys at home, so we're gonna have to break in. We'll see what happens if I can break in without getting hurt. That is not security for human beings. That is just for cows and horses and things like that. All right, so we got 2 deadbolt locks on this door, and their codes. You look on the bottom, they got codes here, which is really nice. Don't look at the code because we know you're gonna wanna get in here. So let's see what the code is. Access granted. Close that back up. Would you look at that? We got a pretty good setup here. So it looks like we got about 60 PSI, which means that's water that's just sitting in this pipe pressure from the top of the hill. And I think we're gonna go ahead and turn this puppy on and let this thing run for a little while. Because right now this is a temporary fix for us until we get the power company to come out and give us a connection to the pole. All right, so that's our main boy right there. All right, so we're gonna start this thing up. Let's go see some of the people who are up in the mountains at getting some of this water. Where we are opening the valve to the community right now, and this water is going out to the community. We are going to the last point of the water for the distribution portion of the water. We're going to the last house to see if the water is arriving to that point, and also because we need to make sure that everybody is getting water. We don't want anybody to be without it. Probably about a month and a half ago, for a single mom with a few kids here, and we're gonna check on her and just kind of see if the water is getting to these zones. Because we also are trying to teach them not to just have a valve just wide open and then not be home, because we're trying to not Americanize the system, but we are trying to be giving as much access as possible. So if we can do it like we do in America, then we might actually be saving more water, because we can just have the pump kick on at certain times whenever the cistern gets low, and it doesn't have to just run non-stop. Yeah. So I was just notified that one of our main feeding lines that are connected to this pipe that we're currently working on has busted wide open. We gotta go check that out. This is the pipe that busted off right here. And so we had to fix this. This is not the correct piece that we need, but it was all that we could find and it was all that was nearby. So for right now, we're doing this so that it doesn't go up to the cistern, but it also goes left to the 1.5-inch pipe and goes to the place that we can't get it to. So the pressure will be a little bit higher and it'll be able to get all the way up to where it needs to go. And so we've had to glue this down and we're gonna wait for that to fully cure. It's gonna take a little while, but you can see there's not a whole lot to grab. This is the more correct amount that you need to grab. And so this pipe is gonna fit down right in here. Once we get all that dried, we're gonna wait a little bit, glue that, and then go check everything over there again. And we should be done with that. We should be done with that. So that pipe that I told you was not good, wasn't good for even a temporary thing. It just the amount of pressure just right off. So we had to go to a Schedule 40 good quality tea. And so now we're gonna put this on here and then we'll be done. And then tomorrow we'll do it. We're not gonna even hook it up tonight until it's completely dried and cured. We don't wanna risk exploding this thing with all that pressure. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow and have this thing so dry, and that way we don't have to worry about any problems. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you wanna stay in touch, you can just click on the subscribe button and then you'll get notifications on whenever we have a new video. Thanks for watching Missionary Experience. Have a great rest of the afternoon.